Hi there, comic book friends. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is...
Monster Comic Reviews.
That's right, and these are for comics that were from... 2 weeks ago. Because I'm getting my comics weekly now, but anytime Emerald City Comic Con kind of threw us off by a week, and then if my comics are over 3 pounds, they get sent to me weekly, but they get FedExed, and so I don't get them on until Monday or Tuesday of the next week. So there may be weeks where we're reading a lot of comics.
Yeah.
Because if we get a week that's a light week and a week that's a heavy week, they'll actually get comics in the same week. So could be exciting. Anyway, Ethan's back. It's been probably a month since you've done a review.
So yeah.
Other than the quick little video thing we did in the hotel.
Yeah, in the hotel.
Yeah, it's been over a month. Yeah, I think most people thought you weren't coming back.
Oh.
Yeah. I just told them you were busy being a teenager, so...
Way to enrage more Canadians.
Yes. Anyway, so let's talk comics.
Okay, first up we have Jonah Hex, issue 17. Well, Arstyle Western, featuring Jonah Hex.
Yeah, I might as well just call it Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
Issue 17.
Yep. I really like the issue. I love the cover. The cover is by Bill, I'm going to kill his name, Skoseski or something like that. I really liked his inking style. He's got a really kind of an edgy kind of thing, and of course with this, what looks like a plague, it's cholera, we find out in it. It looks nasty, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool setup. We get to see Vandal Savage. Not the friendly, kind of fun Vandal Savage from Demon Knights. This is the more sinister Vandal Savage. He believes that one of his roles in life is to spread the plague and reduce the population. It's just the natural flow of things, and that's his niche in the world is to be part of that natural flow. And so he's been spreading cholera to crush large portions of the Gotham population. Plus what? He's got the hots for
Miss Swain.
Miss Swain.
Well.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they've turned cholera into kind of a zombie plague thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, or maybe something more is going on, obviously, than being just simply cholera.
Just cholera, but still.
Right.
I thought this was much better than the
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah.
Yeah. The Jekyll and Hyde story had good potential, and then it kind of went south. Other than the bathtub.
Yeah.
Soup thing.
That was great.
That was great. But otherwise, yeah. Yeah, it was a much more enjoyable story, I thought. It'll be curious to see how Hex is going to deal with
Savage, seeing as he's immortal.
You're not simply just going to shoot him or tomahawk him, so. And Hex, he's still gimpy, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. I like the characterization of the people that were in it and whatnot. I like the backup story in this too. What do you think of the backup story?
It was good. I liked it.
With Jenny Steam?
Yeah.
That's awesome that we get to see another
Jenny.
Another Jenny.
I actually read it, so it must be good.
Yeah. See the way the tomahawk thing, we didn't read that at all. That got pretty tough.
Ooh,
but this was cool. I'm looking forward to the next issue just to see the Stormwatch of this era.
Yeah.
Since how we get introduced to Adam there at the very end, to really have the Stormwatch thing and whatnot. The only thing about the Stormwatch one that was odd, the part where the line she throws out after the one guy her assistant gets cut down, was, I was going to sleep with him after this.
Okay.
This seemed, I mean, I guess that's supposed to give us some kind of idea of what kind of character she is, I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
Still.
I didn't.
I guess, whatever.
Yeah. So what will we rate this book?
I think I'd give it a solid 4. Not 4, a 3. There you go, 3.
Yeah, I gave it a solid 3. It was really fun. It was really fun to read. Nothing exceptional, mind blowing about it or anything like that.
No,
but definitely back on track of being something that I read and went, wow, I like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh, look at the holes that were in it.
Yeah. Okay,
so next we're going to talk about Avenging Spider-Man number 17.
Well, for once,
with Peter Octavius.
I still don't like Peter Octavius. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's a cretin. I hope he gets hit by a truck. I like this issue though. It was fun. As he shows up and they're like, okay, so in this miniverse bad things are happening, and he's like, oh yes, I'll lead the team. Oh no, we need you to babysit.
Babysit, right.
Oh, I would not want to babysit the FF children.
Not really.
All. I mean, no.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fun issue. I mean, if granted, I only read one issue, I guess, of Superior Spider-Man, but if it came across more like he did here in these books, I would enjoy it much more. I've kind of dropped Avenging Spider-Man, and it's kind of I'll get it when it's got other people in it that I'm interested in reading about. You know, but after this issue, I'm thinking again, gosh, you know, I actually came kind of enjoying this. And maybe I don't want to drop it. Yeah. Just because it was fun. You know, and it still deals with the you know, the premise, the fact that it's Peter Octavius, and he is sinister, and he's out to do, you know, potentially bad things. I mean, he steals obviously something at the end of it that's pretty interesting. There he's got with Sandman at the end of it. That's all kind of interesting and stuff. And they do a good job of foreshadowing lots of bad stuff going to be coming in the Superior Spider-Man book, with the time people saying, "Oh yeah, look at all this horrible stuff he's going to do," but that doesn't have to do with time, so we can't interfere. It's not our thing. But still really fun. We like the art in it. It was just a good, it was a good book. I would give this a solid 3.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, what are we talking about next?
Next up we have FF issue 4.
Awesome book. Jen. Okay, I know some people don't like the cover. I absolutely love the cover. I love the layers of the cover, because if you don't really pay attention, you don't realize not only is that the Mongoloid, is that what they're called? Moloids. The Moloid, he's not sticking his tongue out so much as because he doesn't have arms, he's doing a heart thing like the rest of them are doing a heart thing in the background. And I love her kind of shocked. It was just a fun issue as she's on this supposed for their date. You know, they get his name? They get what's his name there?
Bentley 23.
Bentley 23, who's the clone
of?
Dr. Doom.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's a clone of Doom.
That's great.
Yeah, he's gonna grow up to be the next Doom. I mean, that's his intention, is to grow up to be the next Doom. So you know, he's giving them all these supposedly sinister ways to.
Oh man.
You know, start out with, okay, guys, let's be kind of subtle. You don't want to be too crazy. You don't want to be too. You know, they're just ramping it up, and of course, all that stuff just builds to the whole date being extra special and
nice,
sparkly and beautiful colors
man.
and it's just awesome. I tell you, by the end of this thing, I like the Jen too.
Yeah, I like Jen.
You know, it was just really fun. You know, and they, of course, the little more serious part of the story, the whole going after Doom.
Yeah, the fact that Ant-Man wants to go over and kill Doom.
Right.
I mean,
and Franklin from Power Pack, he's like, you know, the very beginning, he's like, okay, is this really what we're about? I mean, are we really?
Yeah.
I mean, should we really be passing judgment and eliminating a leader of a country?
Yeah.
I mean, is that our job? And of course, you know, Ant-Man's response back is come on, Doom's a murdering dictator. I mean, how is it not going to be an improvement on the world if this guy is gone?
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got the whole, is this future Johnny Storm really Johnny Storm? You know, Medusa kind of pushes him, and he doesn't remember Miss Thing at all, Deidre at all. And then the very end, very end, with Medusa but the thing, you know, and she's kind of like, oh, it's okay, Bentley, we're going to turn you into this, we know what you're going to be, what your potential is going to be, this big evil person or whatever. But her word balloons are red colored. They're kind of red-purple. Yeah. And earlier in the comic, when she's kind of confronting Johnny Storm,
they're black.
It's normal. Yeah. She's speaking normal. So is Bentley like dreaming? Is Medusa putting on some trance kind of thing? I mean, because best of my knowledge, I mean, I don't have tons of knowledge of Medusa, but my general knowledge of Medusa is she has the prehensile hair. That's her power. She has the prehensile hair, not any other like
powers,
Jedi mind tricks or anything that. So I don't know. Is that really Medusa, or is there somebody acting like Medusa that's doing that? I mean, that's a curious as far as there being real meat to this very fun book. I mean, because there's a lot of it that's just kind of it's kind of fluffy and cute and fun, which I really enjoy. I have no problem with that. If this is just going to continue to just be a fun comic book that I laugh through it and go, wow, look at these great pages. I mean, yeah, I know some people don't like Allred's art because people aren't 100% consistent and their proportions are are a little strange because that's just kind of his style. I'm digging it. It's just fun. It's just a really, really fresh. My eyes like it because it's different from what everybody else is doing in a comic book, and I really enjoy it for that. So I'll be curious. What do you think? Do you think that's the same Medusa, or do you think it's somebody else?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely think there's something out there.
Well, obviously, if she's
okay. Yes.
if she's Courtney.
Yeah. You know, but still.
Beyond that, yeah. Yeah. So what would we rate this book?
I think I'd give it a 4.
I would give it a 4 also. Really, really enjoyed it. Really digging that. And it's like night and day difference between that and the regular Fantastic Four book. To me. Okay, lastly for this half, because we're going to cut them in half, cut this review of this week's worth of books in half, we're going to talk about Deadpool Killustrated, butchering stories from literature's finest authors, issue 2.
You know, okay, I know you don't like this much, but I think it's fun. I mean, it's nothing serious, but it's kind of, there's something just fun about watching Deadpool just run around and absolutely obliterate everybody.
I love the idea of this comic. It's extremely clever. I even love the idea of the fact, you know, the first issue I wasn't 100% sure why when he's attacking somebody and trying to kill him, they're blipping back and forth between the character like Pinocchio
Well,
and
I was like,
Vision. Do you know why?
Yeah, because those are kind of the people
they're the archetype.
That inspired.
They're the archetype. Ahab is the archetype to why Red Hulk is obsessed with the Hulk, like Ahab's obsessed with the whale. That's all really smart. Bravo on Cullen Bunn. That's really smart. I think it's really intelligent. It's really interesting. I love the idea of it. But I also know it's supposed to be funny, right? Because it's Deadpool and Deadpool is funny. I just don't think Deadpool's funny. I don't think anything about this is funny. I mean, I love the idea. The idea is cool and whatnot. It's a great concept. I don't find Deadpool, whatever the hell his real name is, I don't find that guy, Wade.
His name is Wade Wilson.
Oh, that's right, because it's, yes, the ripoff of...
Because he's totally not a ripoff of Deathstroke. Not at all.
But, he's not funny. The jokes aren't funny. And it's absurd that he gets beat up by Little Women.
That was hilarious.
Okay, so that's what makes him funny.
Great.
That's what makes him funny. He can nuke. He nukes Count Dracula like it's no big deal, but he can't deal with
Yes, he has to blow himself up to kill.
To get rid of the Little Women. I don't know. So that's my beef with it. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's very clever, and witty as far as that goes. I'm done with Deadpool.
Yeah,
books.
Obviously.
Because I just don't think he's that funny. I don't get it.
I was amused by the book. I thought it was great. I love the part with Tom Sawyer, you know.
Well, they're painting the fence.
Yeah, they're painting the fence.
The fence is being painted red.
Tom! Yes.
Which, yes, I don't really care for.
Tom Sawyer? I mean, if Tom Sawyer did get pasted, that'd be fine with me.
Yeah, right. But, yeah, so what would you rate this book?
I think I'd give it like a 3. I guess. I don't know.
I give it a 3 solely because, like I said, it's a clever idea and whatnot. The art's okay. I still wish that the whole art in the book was like the cover.
That'd be awesome.
Because the covers are painted like the old classic, from the 60s and early 70s, and even the 50s, really, I think. The old classic illustrated comics, which I think are gorgeous. Anybody wants to check out a lot of those types of books, you go find Crom to One on YouTube. That guy, that's a lot of what he collects is those really old things. He shows a lot of those covers, which are just absolutely awesome. I wish the whole book was
that'd be cool
in that style. I would be more excited to pick it up then. I still wouldn't find Deadpool funny, but it would look good. So
you just don't like Deadpool. So
I guess I don't. I thought I was going to. I mean, my first real recent exposure to him was him giving, it was like a birthday party for Wolverine.
Yeah.
And he shows up. He shows up instead of a bowl of Doritos, he has like a bowl of bullets or something like that, right?
A bowl of bullets inside the nacho cheese that he brings.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that was funny there because there was just this much of him, and that was it.
That was funny because it was Deadpool incorporated with other.
But an entire book of Deadpool, I can't take.
I don't know. I guess I'm just easily amused by watching Deadpool slaughter literature characters that I don't really like that much.
I guess my level of humor is far more sophisticated, I guess, and so therefore...
I have a sophisticated level of humor. I'm just easily amused also.
Okay. Anyway, that's it for this half. We'll be back in a little bit with the second half of our books from 2 weeks ago. See ya.